I'm Nate Warren, and I work at LifeWay Christian Resources. We're working to get out of the business of doing repetitive tasks manually. And so, this is very old school in the way that we had been doing things. And so Puppet Enterprise has allowed us to focus on, doing the things that matter, talking to people and getting ideas, focusing on not the repetitive things, but the things that add business value. Letting the automation take over and do that for us. And Puppet's really helped us to do that. I like using Puppet because I don't have to think about all of the possibilities of the state of the machine that I have to account for. I just have to define what it is that I want it to do, and that's what happens. Doesn't matter what the current state is, it's gonna just make it work from whatever it is that I need it to do. Well, we know it's working because we're reducing downtime, and we're able to deploy a whole stack of infrastructure in a pretty short period of time. Those are the measures that we'll use to determine whether or not it's working for us or not. Because our Puppet code is in source control, we're able to expose that information, and it allows the developers and the first level support people to see into the infrastructure, and they're able to actually give us information, add to that themselves, which has helped us to collaborate more, and it's become more streamlined collaboration. There was a situation where some of our code was interfering a little bit with the way that Puppet was working, and it was really a bug in our code that was bumping up against something that Puppet had been dealing with for a while. And so we contacted their support, and they were able to help us find out what it was that we were doing that wasn't making a lot of sense, and it ended up in a race condition. And within 30 minutes, I was chatting with a developer that had written that piece of the Puppet code. So it was really helpful for us to be able to have that just-in-time support, being able to talk to the people that know what's going on with it, and that really helped us to solve that problem. And it was less than an hour from when we first contacted support that we had a resolution. LifeWay's been around for about 100 years, and so because of that, there's a lot of old technologies and stuff that are still around, and with Puppet we're able to narrow in on those things and have one place where we control how that stuff is defined and how that is configured, rather than having to manage those things from all these different places. At LifeWay Christian Resources, we've been using Puppet Enterprise for a pretty short time, about 3 months, and in that time we've been able to come to market really fast with some products that needed that we needed it to happen really fast. And so we've been able to get a lot of value out of it in a pretty short amount of time, using some of the best practices that we've been able to discover through working with professional sales engineers and finding resources from Puppet's website and things like that. So.